Hello, hello, all of my gorgeous girls, my babes, my pretty ladies, everybody who is looking at this video now. It's your girl. I am Tracy Lynn. I am back on YouTube, y'all. I know it's been a long time, but I want to bring y'all on my journey right now. My journey to one, reset my life. Two, rediscover who I am. And three, reclaim my time. And the first thing I'm going to do is go apartment hunting. You guys may or may not know I am a empty nester now, and I'm about to embrace this empty nester lifestyle. I am about to get out. Again, I'm about to reset everything, and the first thing I'm going to do is find me a new place to lay my head, child. So come with me while I do some apartment hunting. I'm going to be all over Atlanta, Midtown, Grant Park, Decatur, wherever. I'm going to be looking at a bunch of different apartments. I'm going to bring you guys along. I am going to do a voiceover on the apartment tours because, the leasing consultant is talking and I don't want to be talking while she's talking. So you will have voiceovers when it comes to the clips from the different apartments that I view. But I'm so excited, y'all. This will be my first apartment ever by myself. It's always either been me and my kids, me and my husband and my kids, and then me back to my kids. So this will be my first apartment by myself. I'm very excited, very excited. So come along, and hopefully you will subscribe, like the video, and I will see you guys later. I'm going to start my vlogging series, y'all, so look out for it. Hey y'all, so first off, one thing you guys are going to learn about me, and that is that I am a coffee lover. So we stopped at Black Coffee ATL, me and my cousin, so she came along with me for a lot of these tours. So you'll probably see her in the background or hear her, but yes. So y'all, the first apartment we saw was the Grace Residences in Atlanta. It's not too far from the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I really, really loved the Grace Residences, y'all. Really loved it. As you can see, nice finishings. I love a bathtub. It's just a one-bedroom. This is a studio, though. So this is a studio. I just wanted to look at it because the square footage was close to what I was looking for. So I was like, let me just view it and see what it looks like. It was really nice. It did not have any separate walls for the bedroom, but it did have a balcony. This is the balcony, nice balcony. I think it was just like on the second or third floor, so you could see the courtyard. It had a nice view. This was an actual regular one bedroom. Look at that backsplash, y'all. And I love that big island. And it had a little desk over there. I probably wouldn't use it for work, but it's there. This one only had a shower. It was a nice size shower. Nice size sink. I would like it bigger. There we have some shelving for some towels and whatnot. Just whatever type of linens I want to put there. Wasn't crazy about this closet. It was really small to me, and it was one of those walk-through closets. The bedroom also was not pretty. It's not as big as I would like it to be, but my bed would fit in there. I have a king size bed. I just really love the kitchen. I love the shelving right here on the island. The backsplash was like just, girl, it was giving me all the feels, and it had a must-have, which is a balcony. So I really like the Grace Residences. I'm going to see, I think, one more of their models. But I like the cabinet color. It's like a pale color. You see that blue black splash? That's why I keep going to it to let y'all see it. And again, the island was a very nice size. This was another floor plan, still a one bedroom, same backsplash. This time they had the desk over in the corner, kind of in the kitchen. So I would definitely use that as a bar, like no doubt. That would definitely be some tequila and some wine sitting over there. Here's a nice view of the cabinets. Had plenty of cabinet space. That's a must for me. As someone who's coming from having a house with kids and a bunch of different appliances, I need a lot of cabinet space in my kitchen. Because, I got air fryer and this, that, and the other. So I need for things to be able to be put up and be nice and neat like I like it. The bathroom, the sink was a little bit bigger than the last model. This one did have a bathtub shower combo. So I really like that because I love to soak in the bathtub, y'all. I love to get me some wine, turn my music on, and just chill. Again, here's the closet. This is not the walk-through closet, so I like it better. It wasn't as big as I would like. It really wasn't as big as I would like. I know I'm going to have to downsize a lot of the things I have. Have to get rid of a lot of things, throw away, give away, whatever. But damn, can it be a little bit bigger? Patio. I think this apartment was like at the top floor. And so now we're going to go and look at their rooftop. So this is like the little lounge area, and then you'll see the rooftop as I go into the door. I was waiting for somebody to get the door, but they didn't. So then I got it. Nice art on the walls. Nice just tables. You have a TV in here. They have a bar. So if you're having an event, you can come up here. And there's sink and refrigerator. You need to put your stuff away. I think around the corner there's also going to be like a little beer tap. Like if you like draft beer, I think they have events up here on the rooftop sometimes. Beautiful. There you go. You got a little fire pit, but you know, with the grass, not grass, the gravel fire pit. So just a nice view. Top floor. They even have a bathroom there, so that's good. You don't have to run back down to your apartment. And I'm just going to go out here and just take a look, y'all. You can see the city. It's a really good view of Atlanta and the city. I really like it. I'm going to tell y'all, just right off the rip, the Grace Residences was one of my top. Like, I really, really liked all of their amenities. This is downstairs. That's the pool area, lounge, hangout. There's going to be a pool table in there, nice TVs everywhere, a lot of nice sitting room. Outside, there are going to be some, not only is the pool out there, but there are some grills. So if you want to take your meat out there and grill, that's out there. A nice cabana. It was nice. I really, really like the Grace Residences. Definitely at the top. The only thing I didn't really like was that it wasn't as walkable as I would prefer. Now I went to Alton East. This is over off in the Grant Park area, off the Beltline. Very nice. This is the model home. It was nice. It had good cabinet space. That's like the first thing I look at. As you see, they got a gas stove. Nice as well. But again, plenty of cabinet space. That's always something I'm going to look at. Y'all going to see where I keep swinging the camera back, looking at the kitchen again, because I like to look at the cabinet space and just, I'm kind of counting is what I'm doing. So this is the living room. This is the bedroom. It was a nice size room. That's a king size bed, so that works fine. Not a whole lot of room. Like, I ain't going to be doing no cartwheels in there and shit, but, you know, it's still big enough for just me now, because it's just me. This is the bathroom. Nice bathroom. I like anywhere that has extra storage, and this one did. I wish the sink was a little bigger, but that's okay. It was just a shower, but the shower was a nice size. Glass door. And the closet was actually a nice size. You probably can't tell from this view, but it really was a nice size closet. And this is some of the amenities that they have at Alton East, y'all. So this is an open area for the tenants to congregate and just kind of hang out. It was really nice. And then the pool area was also really nice. Nice and spacious, nice and clean. Very modern. I love the decor, the colors. It's very nice. The next apartment I viewed was the Luna Upper West Side. This is the first model that I looked at. First floor plan. Very nice. I like their backsplash. This actually was like my number 2, y'all, on my list under the Grace Residences. I really like the Luna Upper West Side. I like the area where it's located over in Morris Mill. There's a lot of things to walk to get to. Like, the walkability was really important to me. And this complex really had great walkability as well. It's right across from one of my favorite spots, Spiller's Coffee. There's a Publix. There's all kind of shopping, all kind of restaurants in the area. I really love the bathroom. As you can see, it's a nice size sink area. The actual bathtub was very nice. The height on the shower rod was really nice. That was the one thing I really liked about this particular apartment complex is the bathrooms are really nice, and I love the kitchen as well. Like that backsplash on the kitchen, it was just chef's kiss to me. See, look at how tall this bathtub wall is. It goes all the way up, so you can put like a long curtain to just kind of give it more of an airy feel and make it feel a lot bigger as well. Wasn't too impressed with the closet, but I mean, it was, what can you expect? It's a 1-bedroom apartment. This was the second floor plan. I really liked it, y'all. But how about I messed around and had this thing on time lapse, so it was going so fast. So then I had to try to slow it down in InShot. And I did the best I could. Y'all, charge it to my head and not my heart. I'm sorry, y'all. But I love the floor plan. It was really nice. Look at that sink. Love it. Closet, still okay. Right here, y'all, I just dipped off over to Ponce City Market while I was wasting time until my next scheduled appointment tour was coming up. Just looking at the scenery. It was very nice out there that day. I did have to go by Spillers later on that day, y'all, and got me an iced chai latte. Woo. Then I went to the Penman. The Penman is over not far from Grant Park. I really did like the Penman. I like the size of the complex. It's not a huge complex, only about 200 or so units. I really like that because I don't want to live nowhere with 700 units because, child, that's just going to be the ghetto before you know it. And what I really liked about this apartment was it was right on the Beltline. Now, I didn't like that room because it had the balcony off of the bedroom, and the bedroom was already small, so I just didn't like that part. But he was showing me this particular floor plan because he knew I would like the balcony and the view. Here I went to the MAA Lennox or Ma Lennox. This is their courtyard area over in the high-rise portion. Very nice, very beautiful. This particular tour, he only had one real apartment he could show me, and it was a studio. This is the studio. Nice size bathroom for a studio. Because of the square footage, I decided to go ahead and just view it anyway. And then I like the fact that the room that it did have a wall where your bedroom would be. It was actually walled off. A lot of studios, it's just a straight open floor plan. Like, there is no separation. But this particular one actually had separation. So I really did like that. The space in this studio wasn't bad. And it's over by Lennox. I like the view. The fact that it had a balcony, of course, that's a plus, y'all. I love a balcony. But, child, it did have a little bit of small stove. I asked him, I was like, is this stove regular? Back to the Penman, y'all. I wanted to go back because I really liked it. I really liked the walkability, the fact that it was on the Beltline and I could just literally walk out the back and then be on the Beltline and walk around. I did love the bathroom as well. But what I noticed the second time when I went back to the Penman was that the kitchen, girl, the kitchen. We're going to get to the kitchen. This is the closet. It was a decent size. Of course, I like the bathroom. But I kept looking at the kitchen like, wait a minute. I could have swore it had more cabinet space. But it doesn't. That's all it had. I was like, oh, hell no. That ain't going to work. So I had to X the Penman off for that reason. But it was hard. Because this right here, that's where they are paving the Beltline, y'all. Then I went to the Baxter. It's over near downtown Decatur. A lot of walkability again. This is just the common area before I went upstairs to actually view the apartment that I had a self tour for. So I'm touring myself. I'm not with anyone. I love the way it was laid out. Very nice looking. Once we get to the actual hallway, I love the way, see how the doors are and the numbers on the doors, the decor on each door where the address number is. I really like the way they had that set up. Now, the actual apartment was a nice size, nothing to write home to mama about. It's a 1 bedroom, so it's going to only give you about 700, maybe 711 square feet. This part, just, I don't know. It did have a pantry, although I still wish it would have more cabinet space. Like I said, y'all, I'm a sucker for cabinet space. And I did like the full-size stackable washer and dryer. And I like the backsplash. I like the wood, the color of the wood cabinets, but it just wasn't enough. I need more cabinet space than that. So I went ahead. I knew then, like, yeah, that's not gonna work for me. Just like the Penman, I had to X them off because of the cabinet space. And that was a little pantry. That's just not enough. Where this apartment sits, it's a nice little view. I'm struggling with that door. Y'all work with me. I finally get it open. Decent sized balcony. It was nothing to write home to mama about. It was cool. It was a cool apartment. But it wasn't at the top. Not at all. That's the closet. Very small. I mean, it had height, but it still was small. The bathroom, it was okay. It was okay. I did like the towel that was in the shower. I do like the towel that was in the shower. And I think that's a linen closet, so that was very helpful. Yeah, a linen closet. Overall, the Baxter was okay, y'all. But it wasn't giving me everything I really wanted. Although it was walkable. Y'all, next I went to Radius West Midtown, and it is exactly where it says it is. It's in West Midtown. It's near Atlantic Station. It's near a lot of shopping. It's very walkable. So I definitely love that about this complex. The only thing that I am really thinking about, y'all, is the fact that it is very near the Georgia Tech campus. So, and I ain't trying to be in an apartment with a bunch of people that's my kids' age, because I know how that is. I don't want to be in an apartment where it's a bunch of college students. That's just not my zhuzh. That's just not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something nice and calm and semi-quiet sometimes. But I did like the property. I did like the amenities. The leasing consultants were very nice, very knowledgeable. And it was a good experience. The tour was a very good experience. So here are just a couple of videos of the floor plans that I looked at. They're all 1 bedrooms, of course. What I did really love about them, though, like I done told y'all before, I love some cabinets, baby. But this right here, I was asking for a balcony. Look what he showed me. I was like, this ain't no damn balcony. Like, it was a no for that. But I loved upstairs. They had a rooftop. A lot of the newer apartments have rooftops, and theirs was very nice as well. See how pretty it is overlooking the city. Very nice. Very nice. Y'all, a few days later, I had to catch me some Starbucks. Y'all know how it go. Got the little vanilla custard Danish. They don't have any more. It's seasonal, but it was very good. And this time, my cousin hung back out with me again, and we went to High Street, Atlanta. This is near Perimeter Mall. Again, another very walkable complex. Really loved it. I ain't gonna lie. I really, it moved all the way to the top, y'all. I put Grace Residences down, child. I put them down for High Street. But High Street is exactly what it sounds like, too. They high. So I don't know how that's going to work out. But this is their property. It's very beautiful. There are a lot of amenities in the area. Again, like I said, it's very walkable. Very walkable. Y'all look it up. High Street Atlanta is over by Perimeter Mall. Again, it's within walking distance of Perimeter Mall. It's in walking distance of a lot of restaurants, grocery stores, just a lot of everything in that area. I really, really loved it. So it's definitely number one on my list. And I love the fact they had a lot of cabinet space. Again, I'm like a broken record with this cabinet space, and they got it. They had it going on for the cabinet space, child. I was in heaven. Now, I ain't like that Juliet balcony because for why? What is that about? I don't like no half of a balcony. Give me the whole balcony or nothing. This one bedroom was really nice. The bedroom was nice. I like the fact that the bedroom kind of had floor to ceiling windows almost. See, it's almost. Just a little bit. Almost. But it was beautiful. Beautiful scenery. A beautiful view. That's Perimeter Mall across the street, y'all. I keep looking at that view because although I don't like that whole Juliet balcony, I did like this floor plan. Now, I didn't like this weird way the bathroom was, but I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I'm just a sucker for the kitchen, and I'm a sucker for a full bath with a high tiled wall. I love that part. And it had, two sinks, and that's the closet. It was a decent size. I mean, it's a one bedroom again. What more can I expect? But you see that tile? I like that. I really did like it. High Street was definitely number one on my list after touring their property. Definitely. It ain't number one on my bank account list, but it's number one on my list. This is the second floor plan we saw. Again, you see all the cabinets. Girl, I was in love with that. Had a small balcony, very small balcony, but it had a great view. It was a view of the pool area. I'm going to show you. But the balcony was small. I mean, I could put two little chairs, but that's it. But it was very nice. I like the way it was positioned because I'm getting sunlight, but not direct sunlight. Like I could sit on my balcony and not burn the heck up. I didn't care for the bedroom like the first model. I didn't really like the bedroom. And then they had this weird closet that didn't have a door. I was like, now what y'all doing? It was made real funky the way it was made. And I guess because it was like in the corner of that particular building. So the way it was made was real funky like. But yeah, I didn't really like that floor plan like I liked the first one. But then the first one didn't have no balcony. That was it, y'all. We ended up going to get something to eat, me and my cousin. Great food. We just chilled because we was hungry from walking all day. And that's it for me and my vlog, y'all. Take care.